Well, hello YouTube, this is Layout123 and this is a completely different video. Today I'm going to be talking about Hornby and pretty much the situation they're in at the moment. So, for those of you who are into your model trains and all that and who maybe don't know a lot about Hornby, it's a toy company that has been going for many years. I could reel off several facts, but most of you probably already know this. It got taken over for a period and bought out by a company called Triang when they originally went bust, and then early 2000s it was rebranded Hornby once again. And modern day Hornby is what we're going to focus on. We don't really need to know too much about the past, but what I'm going to talk about is the fact that recently in the news we've heard that Hornby lost £6 million. They've also, when they did a stock take, lost £1,000 worth of stock, sorry, £8 million worth of stock that they thought they had, and their share price has plummeted by 64%, I believe it was. And what I'm going to be talking about in this video is why. Why is a company that was so good and so great and so loved starting to fall into a state of disrepair? And throughout this video we're going to be taking a look at some of the Locos Hornby has given us throughout the years, and some of the things I think they've done wrong over the years as well. So sit back, relax and enjoy. And so one of the fundamental reasons I think for Hornby's failing at the moment is the fact that we don't see many exciting new starter sets, and they've really sort of lowered their demographic to just an elderly range of customers who, yeah, you've got quite a lot of them, but you're not really enticing the new generation in. I mean, like, if we look at some of their more modern products that are coming out, like the new sets and all that, most of them are just like different livery coloured Eurostars and then the Christmas Santa train set. I mean, I really like the circus train set, and I don't know why they haven't done another sort of variation on maybe that, but they don't really seem to do much of that anymore. It seems to be just like the proper models. And how they've changed throughout the years, we got the very nice 86 here. I did a review on that one, next to another sort of getting old now 66, and they've changed so much. This is the older one and that's the new one. It's just a complete change in the way they make their Locos. And I think one of the big problems for Hornby is keeping up with Bachmann. The Bachmann Class 66 has directional lighting, cabin lighting, sprung-loaded buffers, and is driven from either end. This one doesn't have directional lighting or cabin lighting, isn't driven from either end, it's only got drive from this side of the bogie. And at the end of the day, people, yeah, they like it, but when you can, say, pay £30 more and get all that much more with the Bachmann Loco, it's not really worth entertaining this when you think one of these new was about 70 at the time. But then, in the sort of classic period, before directional lighting and all that was a must-have, they used to produce great Locos like this one. And then, the modern era, we have this sort of logo, and this is the same. I don't think there's much difference really between Hornby and Bachmann's theme. I think they're all, it's pretty close, but disappointment certainly, in my opinion. And probably the biggest problem for me is the variation of 040s, and what I'm going to do now is clear this whole area and put some Hornby 040s on it, and you will see why on earth do we need this many variations. Two line of 040 steam locomotives by Hornby, and if we look at the ones at the front, four of the same, exactly the same model, just in different colours. Why? Why two would have done, and why can't, I just really don't understand why Hornby. I mean, yeah, they're really nice, but why make so many of just the same thing? Because once you bought four, like me, the other 20 odd versions are not going to really go anywhere. Well, they don't for me anyway. I mean, this one I only have one version of, and that is nice in its own way, but I mean, look at this. This is just, there's several more versions of this. We've got the 2000 Collector's Edition, then we've got this one that came out in around 2004-05 time, and then this one, which has been around since pretty much the dawn of time, Smokey Joe. But why, Hornby, do we need so many versions of the same 040s in diesels and in steam? Why aren't we focusing on some middle of the sort of line Locos that the elderly and the younger generation could enjoy. Like, for example, the 86 that I showed you at the beginning of this video. That's the Loco that young and old can enjoy. I mean, all these super detailed models are just going to really stop younger generations from buying them because they don't have the money in the first place, and they're not really built for the play value. Those sort of Locos, bits fall off of them, and they are really collector's pieces. So I don't understand, Hornby. Can you explain that one to me? Sort of newer companies like Bachmann and Helgen, which are producing awesome Locos all the time. I mean, the one on the left I did a review of, and it's just awesome. The 42 from Bachmann and Helgen's, well, that is just brilliant. The rail bus, and Hornby are not producing the quality of Locos, and if they are, they seem to be asking over the odds for them. Like, I'm not sure though, because it really is a strange situation, because Hornby is such a good company and has such a good demographic of products, and I think one of the big reasons they're struggling is definitely because of the apps that have taken over. Train simulation apps are free, and then, well, say even this little thing is going to be about 20-30 quid nowadays, and to get a proper Hornby Loco is going to be £100, or any Loco. Bachmann, none of them are doing particularly well per se, and it's disappointing really. And what this whole video is all about is saying Hornby needs our help, and we need to deliver really in a way, but in some ways they do need to help themselves with the products they're bringing out. But I think that the whole way people collect model railway stuff has changed, and the fact that younger generations now are not necessarily buying directly from Hornby. And when's the last time you walked into a shop even and saw a Hornby model on a shelf anywhere? It's really strange the world we live in, but Hornby, a real dominant company, is really needing our help at the moment, and it's up to us, the people who collect it, to, well, do something about it. And if you made it this far, who noticed one of the Locos that isn't actually a Hornby one? Besides the Bachmann and the Helgen, one of the other Locos in this video was not Hornby. Who noticed it? Please leave a comment below if you did. I don't think anybody survived that long, but we'll soon find out. And thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope that we can all help Hornby survive, and that they can somehow turn their fortunes around as they have done before. And like I always say, thanks very much for watching, and see you all soon. Bye bye, everybody.